We got a 1. We got a 2. And we got a 3. Hit out! Metal Mike coming at you. It is Thursday. You say, what's up with the overhyped intro with the hit out? It's totally just from Howard Stern. It's just a joke that is on Howard Stern. I just love it. I love the saying. It can be used in any situation. And why am I standing like this? Because I'm trying to think that I'm in some kind of camera range here. That's what I'm trying to achieve. Remember, I'm shooting this on a flip camera, old school. Hit out! Let's get it started. Got a comment from one of my videos the other day. I had asked if there were any ideas for a show or anything, and a guy mentioned records. Hell, I love to talk about frickin' records. Do I think that there could be a show strictly for records? Yeah, I think that there is definitely a need for that. And I guess at first I was thinking, well, how far can you go about records? But really, I guess you could go on and on, right? If you just, I think what would be really cool if there was a record show was just a guy that went out and met with people and looked at their collections. The sad part about it, if that was me, I'd be trying to buy the coolest albums, and you'd hope that that would be the bonus of going and seeing each collection, is you could buy one piece for your own personal collection. So let's talk about records for a minute. I thought that I would specifically check in on that subject, being it's craved for, right? Okay, records. I collect records. I love vinyl. Metal. Right now, in the background, what are we listening to? Make sure that I get this title right. One of my favorites. Say, if it's one of your favorites, how come you can't get the title right? Because it's kind of an obscure album, and I haven't owned it forever. It's Devastation, Violent Termination. It's their first album. It's an independent thrash metal band out of Texas, if I remember right. And that's what you hear in the background, which some of you are going to be annoyed with. Turn the music off in the background. Nope, we're going to leave it on. We got background, we got ambiance. So let's talk about records right now. I collect them, and my primo pieces, I bought these cases, these Oddesey cases. They owe 2 rows. Let me tell you about my complaints on them. And then we'll touch on another subject about albums with represses compared to original presses and the differences. Okay, so these are the cases that I bought. Try to get that sunlight out of here. Look at this. This is great, though. We're down in the basement. And if I look at this shot, you can see I get this great light through these windows. Beams of the beautiful sun. Mind you, it's 9 degrees outside, -6, but hell, I ain't complaining compared to what New York's going through, the horror, huh? Oh my God, that is my worst freaking nightmare now. I used to be scared of just the ocean. After seeing what's going on in New York, holy F, can you imagine? I would have a heart attack trying to dig out of that. I would have a freaking heart attack, and a lot of people have. That's no joke. Bless them all there, have mercy. Now let's get back to the subject. Oddesey by Innovation Design, California. I got these on eBay last year. I got 2 of them. I think they hold, I can't remember, it's 100 to 200 albums. I forget, it only looks maybe like there's 100 here. I'm not sure. I forget the exact that they hold, but here's my complaint. Yes, they do house the albums beautifully. I believe these are meant for DJs. They got the carrying handles here. Well, they're not waterproof, right? So if you did get water on them, though you might have a chance they'd be safe, they could still get wet. I'm sure they do somewhere sell waterproof ones. But, okay, so if you have the plastics on your album, which you almost have to have, you see some I don't. But I really, on the old ones, I just feel like I have to. But the thing is, okay, it makes them so tight. You see right here. And when I say tight, I just mean in width, I guess, across. So they kind of catch, and you got to push them into the center, because when you close, it's as tight as it gets. I mean, if you have one album over too much and you're drinking a beer or something, which thank heaven I don't do. Let's say you had one album kicked over on accident, maybe too far to the right. I don't know if it would catch, but oh good Lord, man, I'd hate to find out. So, I got those cases. I don't know how I feel about them. Fact is, the problem is I need more of them. So I've got 2 stacks down here meant for selling. Not that Violent Termination, and not that Motorhead, obviously. But there's some shit metal ones in there. And when I say shit, I just mean rough condition. Got these albums here. These are like classic rock. Up there is just everything from, you know, just old tunes to R&B. miscellaneous down here. I got some thrash, just more classic. And up down here, I've got all different kinds of collections that I've picked up. And then I also have these rows. A little box of 45s, some CDs, compact discs in the box, long form, still in the wrap. Here's a great piece. This is a Morbid Angel, first press, long box format, long obsolete, still in the shrink, never opened. Altars of Madness, their best album. Anyway, so let's get back to what do I like about the new. I like that they are repressing everything and making everything affordable. Problem is you've got them all over the place on prices. You can have a thrash band, like let's use an example, Toxic Holocaust, I think they're called. You can pick up their new presses with great artwork on vinyl for maybe $16 to $19, relatively very, very cheap. I've even seen now a lot of the Triptychon, if that's even the proper pronunciation, Celtic Frost, Hellhammer, Tom G. Warrior's project, his band. I've seen them now. When they first came out, they were going for $60, or at least people were trying to sell them for eBay at that, and then you can get them for $19. So they're all over the place. Kiss has just repressed their entire catalog, and you can find those. They're about $40. You can find deals on them here and there, and I don't know what makes it a deal. So if anyone has an answer to that, now I'll give you an example. Iron Maiden also just re-released their entire back catalog up to, I think, like Seventh Simon and Seventh Son or something on vinyl, and as well all their 7-inches. I haven't bought any of them, but I've seen them up for sale at the store, and they're asking $45 for them. I've seen a lot on eBay for $45, and then boom, you can also find them for $18.99. Now I don't know if there's a bronze edition, a gold. I don't know what the hell's going on. You know, sometimes they'll have a gatefold on one that makes it $44. The bands, everyone's getting rich, man, just because we love vinyl. So here's what I don't like about the new vinyl. I hate it. The old vinyl. Let's see if we can find, where is this? The Devastation here. So this is just an old thrash release from the 1980s. Now the cardboard is thick. It really is. And what's great about that, and it has nothing to do with the thickness, also the design of it. So when I'm done right now, I've got a big lyric sheet here that I'll put the album in, and I'll slide it in with ease. Watch, I can even get this in right now without an album in it with ease. You say, well, what's the big deal, man? See that? There's room to gain there. Here we go. Here's a Venom. This is a 2011 release. But this is common with all the releases. Number one, the new releases, real flimsy paper. This one's kind of firm. This one's actually almost decent. But a lot of these new releases, you could literally be like taking the album out to play it and just grabbing it at the wrong angle. It'll frickin' fold and crease because they're using way thinner paper. Another problem. Now I hope this works because that's what this video was about. I wanted to show the issue I had, and that is the size. Now this is just a normal record sleeve. Now this is 180 gram vinyl, so it's a little thicker. Now just trying to get it in there. Now I've got it about halfway in, and you notice this is common with these new ones. So in the old days, you know, I've been dealing with albums a long time, you know, you could just work it in. But even working it in, got that one, is difficult. So, simply getting albums in and out, of course it goes in perfect when I want to show you, but it does always stick up on me. See, even, I shouldn't be struggling at all. There we go. And that actually worked rather well. I've got some other releases. You don't even want to take them out of the frickin' thing. You almost consider leaving them out at this point. And that's what I do. Like I play this one right now. This is on heavy rotation. So I'll just leave these out. Even pulling them out is difficult. Cheap, cheap, cheap. I don't know what's going wrong. But man, that's my plea to bands out there. Talk to the guys that are pressing your vinyl. Go, man, you know, we want a thicker cardboard on it. We want to spend a little bit more. We want to give a quality product. Because guys are paying big buck. And yeah, as a buyer, I'm going to pay a little bit more if I know it's quality. And also, if you'll notice on the represses, a lot of them, the artwork, it's almost fuzz, like if you ran it off of a Xerox. What the F is up with that? I got a perfect example. I got a Crumb Suckers around here somewhere. Their first album has just been re-released, and you see this with a lot of bands. It almost looks like a cheap Xerox copy of the original album cover. What the F is up with that? Are you kidding me? You can't get me a nice, with today's technology? It should be so much better than the original pressing with today's technology to be able to make it better. No, for some reason they're sending out these fuzzy, hazy type pressings. I don't know if that's just because it's a bootleg. I don't know what the hell the problem is, but it sucks. Hey now, Metal Mike talking about records, collecting them, thrash metal, man. There's money to be made in albums. Let's get out there, let's get hunting, let's get picking, let's listen to some metal. See ya.